Before you assume God stopped speaking, pause. Silence does not mean absence. Silence does not mean abandonment. Silence does not mean rejection. For a chosen one, silence is never empty. It is heavy with intention. And right now, heaven is silent. Not because God is distant, but because something sacred is happening behind the veil. 1. The silence you feel is real, and it's intentional chosen. 1. Let's start with truth. Yes, heaven feels quiet. Yes, prayers feel unanswered. Yes, guidance feels delayed. You are not imagining this. But here is what most people don't understand. When heaven goes silent, it is not because God has nothing to say. It is because He has already said enough. Silence is not the absence of instruction. Silence is the test of obedience to what you already heard. 2. Why heaven speaks loudly before it goes quiet. Look back. There was a season when God spoke clearly, through conviction, through repeated signs, through warnings you couldn't ignore, through nudges that felt uncomfortable but precise. He told you to wait. He told you to stop explaining. He told you to let go. He told you to trust timing, not urgency. And then, you reached a moment where action was required. That is when heaven became silent, because heaven does not keep repeating instructions once responsibility shifts to you. 3. Silence is the space where faith is proven. Anyone can trust God when He is talking. Anyone can feel close when answers are instant. But chosen ones are trained differently. They are trained to move without reassurance, to obey without applause, to wait without explanation. Silence is the classroom, and right now, you are in training. 4. Heaven is silent because you are being watched. This may unsettle you, but you need to hear it. Heaven is not silent because God is distracted. Heaven is silent because He is observing, not to judge you, but to see what you do without instruction. Do you panic? Do you rush? Do you return to old habits? Do you seek validation from people again? Or do you stay still? Silence reveals maturity faster than correction ever could. 5. The difference between silence and distance feels cold. Silence feels heavy. If God were distant, you would feel numb, but you feel pressure. That pressure means presence. Heaven is close enough for you to feel the weight of waiting, and that weight is shaping you. 6. Why chosen ones experience silence more than others. You've noticed this, haven't you? Others move freely. Others make mistakes casually. Others receive quick comfort. But you experience pauses, long waits, sudden quiet seasons. That's because chosen ones are not led emotionally. They are led strategically. Your life is not just about you. Your obedience will unlock doors for others, so heaven takes its time with you. 7. Silence is heaven's way of protecting you. If heaven spoke right now, you might move too fast. If God answered immediately, you might expose yourself too early. Silence is protection, disguised as waiting. There are things forming, alignments, removals, delays in the enemy's plans, preparations you cannot see. If heaven spoke too soon, you would step into resistance unprepared. So heaven stays quiet. 8. What heaven is doing while you hear nothing. Let me tell you what silence usually hides. God is rearranging people. God is removing counterfeit connections. God is closing doors you were emotionally attached to. God is strengthening your discernment. God is weakening your dependence on constant reassurance. Silence is internal restructuring. You are being rebuilt from the inside. 9. Why your old comforts stopped working. Have you noticed? The things that used to comfort you no longer satisfy you. Words feel shallow. Motivation feels temporary. Distractions feel empty. That is intentional. God removes emotional crutches before releasing spiritual authority. Silence exposes what you depended on instead of Him. 10. Silence forces you to confront yourself. When heaven speaks, you focus on God. When heaven is silent, you confront yourself. Your fears surface. Your impatience reveals itself. Your need for control becomes obvious. Silence is a mirror, and chosen ones are required to face themselves before they face destiny. 11. The urge to do something is the test. Right now, you feel the urge to act, to message someone, to explain yourself, to force clarity, to reopen doors God closed. That urge is not instruction. That urge is discomfort with silence. And if you act from that place, you delay what heaven is preparing. Silence tests restraint. 12. Heaven is silent because the next season requires authority. The next season of your life will require less emotion, more discernment, fewer words, stronger boundaries. Heaven cannot release authority to someone who needs constant reassurance, so silence matures you. 13. Silence is God saying, trust what you already know. God is not giving new instructions because you already know what to do. You just don't like how long it's taking. Silence is confirmation that you heard correctly, you understood clearly. Now you must wait faithfully. 14. Well, what not to do? During this silent season, chosen one, listen carefully. Do not announce your moves. Do not chase people who left. Do not seek validation. Do not rush decisions. Do not interpret silence as rejection. Silence is not the end. It is the pause before release. 15. This silence has an expiration date. Heaven never stays silent forever. Silence ends the moment. You stop panicking, you stop forcing, you stop explaining, you fully surrender control. The moment alignment is complete, heaven speaks again, clearly and suddenly. 16. A quiet truth. Few will tell you some people only hear God when He is loud. Chosen ones hear Him even when He is silent. If you can stay faithful here, you will not be confused later. 17. Why this season feels lonely. Silence isolates, not because God wants you alone, but because clarity requires separation. Too many voices distort instruction, so heaven lowers the volume. 18. What heaven is waiting for, from you, not effort, not perfection, not struggle. Heaven is waiting for stillness. Stillness says, I trust you even when you say nothing. That kind of faith changes everything. 19. The reward for passing the silent test. Those who endure silence move faster later. Carry authority, naturally are not shaken by opinions, don't need to explain themselves. Silence prepares you for visibility without vulnerability. 20. A promise before. Part 2. Chosen one. This silence is not punishment, it is preparation. Heaven is quiet because what comes next will speak for itself. If you are still here, it means you didn't run from the silence. You stayed, and that already says something about you. 21. Silence breaks. Suddenly, not gradually chosen. 1. Understand this clearly. When heaven decides to speak again, it does not whisper slowly. It interrupts. Silence does not fade out like background noise. It ends like a door opening without warning. That is why God prepares you in silence, because once it breaks, everything moves fast. If heaven spoke little by little, you would hesitate, you would overthink, you would delay again. So silence stretches you, and then release shocks you. 22. Why heaven speaks after you stop asking. This is a hard truth. Most people don't hear God because they never stop asking. They pray anxiously. They beg emotionally. They demand reassurance. but heaven responds to surrender, not desperation. Silence usually breaks when you stop checking signs obsessively, you stop asking when, you stop chasing clarity, you accept not knowing. The moment you say internally, even if you say nothing, I trust you, heaven answers. 23. Silence ends when your identity is settled. Heaven is not waiting on circumstances. Heaven is waiting on you, specifically on one thing: your identity. Are you still trying to prove yourself? Are you still explaining who you are? Are you still hoping people understand? As long as your identity depends on reaction, silence continues. Because the next season requires an identity that does not shake. When you stop needing recognition, heaven recognizes you publicly.